less fortunate, you're not favored. And then, you know, I wasn't the handsomest guy.
Alright, the reason why I just played that is because of this. I want to play this part, and then it's over. And then I'm going to get to you on my point.
I had an old man named Mr. Sonny. And like, I'm 6'5", dude. I'm 315 pounds. I look big, stupid, and dumb. But I'm not.
Alright. I'm not playing. I didn't do that to be funny. I didn't do that to... I did that for a reason, and that's because these brothers are very open about who they are and how they used to feel about themselves. Both brothers are in their 40s. First guy was Big Head the Dome Dog. He used to rap with Lil Boosie back in the mid-2000s. And he was describing his transition from moving from Detroit at 9 to Baton Rouge and how he felt and things like that. And Smoke D, he's the guy who did the skits on Riding Dirty, a UGK album, a friend of Pimp C and Bum B. And I played that because those two brothers, I watched these interviews, one on Donnie Houston and one, this brother is here. Alright. These two brothers, I watched both of these interviews today, and when they said how they, when they were describing how they felt about how they looked and how they felt unattractive and how they felt ugly and big and dumb, that spoke to me because I had a friend, dark-skinned friend that I grew up with, and I remember there was a point in time where he actually got upset with me because he thought that because I'm lighter skinned, that life was easier for me and I had an easier time with girls and stuff like that. And eventually, as we got older, you know, I had a talk with him about that, and it was real because it showed me something, you know, and at this point in time, I didn't live in the greatest neighborhood. I lived in a apartment complex. I lived in an apartment complex, Section 8 or whatever. So, you know, just these experiences of this, I don't even know what to call it, but when you grow up and you have these feelings about yourself, when you're not confident in yourself, when you're insecure about yourself, and you think you're dumb, you think you're big and stupid, you think you don't look attractive as a child, that has a huge influence on your behavior. A lot of these kids feel this way, and that's why I appreciate these brothers for opening up about that, because that's one of the problems in our communities that's leading to a lot of violence. You got a lot of kids out there who are insecure in who they are because the media is portraying attractiveness and good looks as a certain standard, lighter skinned, blah, blah, blah. People who are dark-skinned or whatever have always had a struggle because the media has never really portrayed dark-skinned people as being the standard of beauty. And that permeates through our society. That's why I don't like hip-hop. That's why I don't like trends, because these trends that hip-hop especially loves to embrace, you know, every time you hear a hip-hop song, it's about, oh, I'm dating a yellow bone, I'm dating a red bone. You know, it's always bragging about stuff and setting this high standard, this unrealistic standard of happiness, attractiveness, and all of that stuff has an effect on the youth. If the youth feel like they don't measure up to that particular standard of beauty or standard of wealth, it affects them. It makes them feel ugly. It makes them feel like they're not wanted. It makes them feel insecure, and that's the reason why a lot of these kids are out there committing violence. And I encourage everybody out there to reject the trends, reject the standard of beauty, the standard of wealth. Tell these rappers to stop talking about your red bones, your light-skinned chicks, and all of this stuff that embraces these unrealistic standards. Because everybody's beautiful. Everybody's capable of having talent. Everybody's capable of being a good person. Just because the media is telling you, oh, this is what attractive is, this is what wealth is, doesn't mean that that's true. They're selling a product. So we got to get to work as a community. Peace.